I think I'm live. I don't know if I'm live. Can somebody tell me? It should be. Okay. Well, I'm waiting to see if that works. There we go. All right. I think there's some serious delay here, but let's play some games. One person's here at least, so that already beats my wildest expectations. Let's see. So the scenario I'm gonna start today is my favorite. I've done it a few times. It's called Fix the Traffic. Basically, you got this big old freeway running through town causing problems, and we got to figure out how to fix that, get traffic up above 82%, and maintaining a population of over 35,000. So we're going to go ahead and start that. How you doing tonight? Bet you guys play City Skylines, SimCity back in the day. No, it's not the one with the flood. There are no disasters in this one other than traffic conditions. And then whatever I'm going to do to the city. Yay, two people. All right. Well, be sure to chime in on your ideas. Like I said, you guys have probably played before. That is a disastrous proportion. So, as well as my computing speed, which is funny because this is not a really big game compared to other things I run, but it always takes forever to load a new one. So I saw they're testing the light rail on the new south end. Good to see that. You'll have to let me know when they're gonna do the opening. I'll come up there and we can do some content filming. Yeah, it definitely can be an overwhelming game. I actually hadn't played in about a year and a half, and I was testing this out to do this live stream and got into it, and I forgot all that goes into it, and trying to keep your city from collapsing, which actually wasn't too hard to do. All the changes I was making were actually good for the economy. The light rail got blessed by a church. Great. Hopefully, it keeps cars out of its path. Any minute now. There we go. So, this is our city. 63% traffic flow. We need to get it up to 82% and 35,000 population. If the population goes below 25,000, or we play longer than 200 game weeks, the game is over. So let's take a look at our traffic. It is a lot of this freeway congestion right here. We got some into this nice little neighborhood. This, I think, is where I've always considered where the little rich Sims live. I got a business district over here, this bottleneck as well, and this bridge. So I'm going to fix something that I know is wrong right away. Take a look at that roundabout there. Oops. I'm also used to playing full screen, which I can't do when I'm doing the stream here, so getting a little used to that. Look at how those cars are turning to get on the roundabout. They are going the wrong way, so that's an easy fix. I have my favorite mods loaded. Your cat's watching me play, I hope. I hope the cat learns something, maybe becomes an urban planner. Okay, so new streets, bicycle lane, two-way bicycle lanes, one on each side, and now the traffic is flowing the correct way. Also, every single street. Plan on getting on Civ 7. I have not played that. Every street that I am going to do here, anytime I make an upgrade, is going to have a bike lane. And these streets will eventually get road diets, just not quite yet. Because I don't want to mess too much with the businesses, because then they all leave at the same time, and then all the people leave at the same time, and then we tank that population goal. So we have to do this carefully. So more road connections, which I kind of hate to do, but it will help the bottleneck, and we will make those smaller later on. I actually don't know if they added this. I don't know if they're even still updating this game since the second one's come out. But these bike lane streets with trees down the center, I don't remember those being there before. I feel like it's a game changer. Let's see. Already got some dense zoning there. Fix all the little areas I unzoned. Okay. This bridge is usually the next thing I try to fix. Traffic's not moving anywhere. The only thing we can do is rip it all out. And eventually I'd like to get rid of this freeway altogether. But for the time being, we need it. I guess we don't get trees on the bridge, which makes sense. Alright, I've reconnected that. All the cars flowing down from the sky. One thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to ban some vehicles. I'm going to ban private vehicles on this bridge, and Robert Moses of VA the highways. That is me. Wait until I get into train building. So I built this brand new bridge, and I'm banning private vehicles on it. Oh, hello, Daniel. Got a couple people here. This, honestly, I thought I'd be playing to an empty room, but that is great that you guys came out to hang out. So brand new bridge, no private vehicles. We'll add mass transit later, but we got bike lanes. other thing I want to do, take a look at our traffic. It's actually gotten worse since we started. Um, but these bike lanes connect to streets without bike lanes. Oh, you know what? Important thing I forgot to do. We're going to encourage biking. So it doesn't look like it costs us anything. There's also banning bikes on sidewalks, but since our streets don't all, actually none of the streets really have, watching for Phoenix, build a train from Tucson to Phoenix. Yep, we'll do that. I'm going to build trains real soon here. I'm trying to take care of some of the surface. But yeah, we're not going to ban bikes on sidewalks because that's pretty much the only place that people can ride until I get really building here. So like I said, all these streets. I hate the pop-ups in this game. So starting here, we're going to upgrade all of these, get rid of that street parking. And look, people are happy already, those little smiley faces. All the Sims are excited that they can ride their bikes now without getting run over by a car, which here it doesn't actually do anything. Do some first-person cams and we will get run over by many cars, but they just go right through us. Some low-density housing. We'll have to come back and upzone that. I wish it were this fast in real life to just be able to throw down new bike lane streets. Another issue here too is these giant wide boulevards that are not needed. That's on the to-do list. Connecting all of these little separate things. I mean, we got one road connection here. If you want to go from here to here, you're going to have to go all the way through here, get on this crowded freeway. Speaking of the freeway, we got this big ol' bottleneck here. We're just gonna, once again, this is all temporary. All these freeways are going to eventually get killed. We're gonna have traffic flow into a big street and it's just gonna back up anyway. But at least it's something. One very important thing I forgot about this scenario to do almost right away. Let's see, is our power. So yeah, we're starting to lose electricity availability. Pretty soon the power plants start failing in this scenario because people can, or the coal, oil, all the fossil fuels, they can't get into the city because of the traffic. So can't stop solar from getting into the city. We're gonna go ahead and take out a loan and build ourselves a nice power plant. Because the first few times I played this game, I didn't realize that's what was happening. We'd lose power, then we'd lose water, and then the Sims would flee. Do I ever get the evil urge to put the residential near industrial? No, never. In fact, I always try to get rid of as much of the dirty industrial as I can and kind of hope that the other cities will produce that and then bring in stuff via train. So usually this ends up being a business district. I'll have to move the power plant at that time, but we got power for days and we'll start shutting them down as they shut down. Usually these ones will go offline next. Actually, we could probably delete them. Already better than Phoenix's urban planning. This is where I've earned my honorary urban planning degree. I grew up playing SimCity and now City Skylines. Yeah, see. Did shift it to a wider road. Surprise, surprise, wider road still gets jammed because everybody then filters into this one lane. And we'll take care of that later. Like I said, if building cities were this easy in real life, I could sit down and just redo all of our cities. This doesn't seem like... Nope. SimCity 4 Rush Hour. I kind of remember that being the last good SimCity. What was the one right after it? It was... You couldn't do as much with it, I felt like. Everything was pre-planned out for you. And honestly, I really like City Skylines 1 because of the mods. I do use some of the mods here for traffic control. Yeah, so I went ahead. I knew this was going to happen. Was it just called SimCity 5? I thought it had a catchier name. Alright, so I did put tree-lined bike path streets here, but if you'll notice, it's an industrial area. It is polluted. All the trees are dead. So we'll have to work on making green industries later. Unlike these alive trees surrounded by all this traffic. Alright. So, let's see, City Skylines 2 is a nightmare when it first came out. Really haven't played it since. They don't even have bike lanes. Yeah. So I've heard a lot about performance issues. I've heard they've improved on those issues. The thing I am waiting for is the bike lanes. There's no point in me playing until bike lanes are a part of it because I can't build the city I want to build. So this freeway's got to be tackled sooner or later. Problem is, it is the only way into our town. Railroad line runs over here, so we're going to go ahead and incorporate some new territory. Now we can make it out to the railroad main line. And last time I did this real sloppily, so I'm going to do a little bit better this time. Maybe follow the path of the freeway. I'll actually show you. It's cool too. Like I said, I use the mods. I have Amtrak skins for my train, so it's got the current Acela livery as well as the new one. Although that train is way too long for the stations, as you'll see. So I gotta construct this train station before I can build tracks. Alright, a lot of this is gonna be industry, which I want to replace. And build a cargo terminal here. Go underground. Nope, that didn't work. Did I mention it's been like a year and a half since I played? Getting used to the controllers again. Alright, so we're gonna go underground. here. Don't want to take out those nice looking rocks. We could be doing this the I-10 right now. I don't want it to curve that direction. Okay. Got a freight connections, raised medians in cities. Assume you're talking about the one they're getting rid of in Phoenix possibly for event space. Um, Honestly, I wish the streets weren't wide enough to begin with, that we needed the raised medians, but they definitely are beneficial when the streets are that wide. I think if the city wants a place to hold outdoor festivals and parades, they should just take a street and make it completely car free, or have it where you can make it car free, which I know you can't really do it on. Was it, what street was it? Madison? No, I don't think it was Madison. But yeah, you have several bus lines that run down, and I mean, you could have bollards that open for the buses too, but yeah, just wouldn't want streets that wide to begin with. Okay, so we got a freight train station over here. Let's build one at our other industrial area. Van Buren, thank you. Yeah, I lived in downtown Phoenix, as you know, for 2 years, and I can't remember the streets there anymore. It's one of those things you move away and don't need to remember. So we're just going to be a little sloppy about this and just get it connected. Biggest thing we're fighting in Tucson right now. It's a few different things. The RTA election is coming up. There's a survey out now asking what our priorities are. They will probably ignore it, but we need proportional voting rights for Tucson. We've had the same voting rights as the other cities, which are all small suburb cities, except South Tucson, which is a small city within our city. So proportional, and then we need less focus on road widening projects and more focus on transit, safe streets, bike lanes, sidewalks. Still plenty of neighborhoods in Tucson without sidewalks. Oh look, we got a freight train coming in here. So it doesn't say how much stuff is being brought in, but we got some freight coming in. The other one is Prop 414, I believe it is. It should have been a light rail. The train that I just built, or Tucson's train. But yeah, 414, it's got some money in there to get people off the streets and housed, but not enough. It is asking for money for a new fixed wing police airplane and some other public safety stuff, which, it's not going to help get people off the street just by arresting them. We have to provide services and, number one, housing. So I think those are the two big things that Tucson's fighting for right now. And then I guess a personal fight of mine is the BRT, which that should be light rail, 100%. We should have light rail in Tucson going north to south, connecting the three transit centers and the airport. And then we should have another one, which was proposed years ago, 2006, I want to say, maybe earlier than that, but just from downtown down Broadway. Um, we have a lot of freight traffic, so let's get some passenger in here, and then we can start ripping up that freeway, just as long as we can get goods and people in. I'm feeling on the proportional voting, not quite the same thing. I'm waiting to work on a citizens petition to get more council districts proportion. Yeah, Phoenix does need more council members. You have what, 8? Yeah. That's like they represent a whole city on their own, 100,000 people, or whole mid-sized town. Okay. I don't know if it's too early. Should I rip the freeway out? What do you guys think? Should I rip this out now, connect the streets, and then build in a rail line and passenger train station? I think I'm going to do that. 8 plus the mayor. Yeah, if it's anything like Tucson, our mayor is just basically head council member. Yep, South Central Extension will be open this year. I'm excited for that. I was talking about the video Jamie and Skitch posted. All right. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully our city doesn't collapse economically before I can get it reconnected. We should have some music playing to celebrate this. Oh, and I guess another thing Tucson and probably Phoenix will be fighting too is the Interstate 11. Instead of building a train line, we're just going to go ahead and build a parallel freeway as a bypass, tear up some Sonoran desert in the process. That's something we're all going to have to fight. Oh, nice. Ethan from Climate and Transit will be coming down. I missed him when he was up there for the last extension opening. I was in Phoenix, but I was doing other things, unfortunately. Let's see. I've got it paused right now so all the Sims don't freak out and move. This area's a mess too. And see, we do have industrial next to some tech commercial. Yeah. We'll get a parallel freeway before we get rail in the state. I should probably not bottleneck that up. Yeah, we do need to get some people on the Discord server, and I need to be more active, honestly, but I got a lot going on. I will try to do better. Are there a lot of people, a lot of married people with kids near the I-11? I don't think so. I think right now it's just desert they're going to be ripping up. I think it's supposed to be a bypass for trucks, so not really for people. But we could also increase capacity on the I-10 if we just, got people out of their cars and put them on trains, and then we have more truck capacity. So it seems like a no-brainer to me, and I'm sure you guys as well. Okay. Wish you could also do this in real life, is make your change as well. Everybody's paused and didn't freak out. No. Yeah, the new administration. That's going to be a fun one. Okay. I'm actually a little concerned because I saw a lot of freight traffic. We got freight trains backed up already. I don't want passenger trains getting stuck in that, but let's try it. If it doesn't work, and I'm running low on money. I'm in the green still. That's good. I need money now. Also speed things up. Wish we could do that too, is just collect more tax revenue by making time pass. Okay, so guess we'll hang out here for a minute till I have 80,000 simoleons to build an elevated station. Then I gotta have money for the rails. So we have heavy traffic coming into town here. I guess they didn't get the memo. Yeah, they didn't get the memo that I ripped out the freeway and they're still trying to come here. Traffic flow is up to 61%, 62. Now it's dropping a little bit. I need to build this train station. What I'm actually going to do here from the main line. Alright, that's not good. We have freight blockage. What's the problem? Okay. What do you guys suggest? This junction is the issue here. We have a lot of freight moving in and out of this town. Also just derailed a train by taking it off the tracks. There we go. Okay, it's moving faster, but that's an insane amount of freight that we're bringing in now. Have to make the junction wider. Yeah, I do. Yeah. That is what I shall do, but I got enough money for rail station here. Gonna build it in the middle. Okay, so we got a road blocking my... We'll do that here. We don't need the industrial anyway. Not here. All those happy people, and I haven't even connected it yet. We currently do have a half cent sales tax. It's the RTA. So we've already done 20 years of the RTA. What's up on the ballot is funding for the next 20 years and our priorities for the next 20 years as well. So half-cent sales tax to replace it and a whole new list of priorities. I think we're going to go underground here. I know this junction is probably way overcrowded, but nope, I didn't do that right. Yeah, so if RTA Next fails, which it might at this point, the city needs to come up with a plan on their own to fund transportation for the next maybe even 10 years. 20 years might be too long. So we did Move Tucson a couple years ago where we're asking people for their priorities, and I think a lot of it came out being, that's going to be messy. Run it parallel. A lot of it was transit and walking and safe streets. Right there. I kind of, come on, give it. Yep. So yeah, we'll have to do that. I made a mess of that. I'm trying to work too closely with this freeway here. I don't know. What do you guys think about BRT? I'm not so sure I'm a fan. I definitely prefer rail. That didn't connect to anything. Yeah, I know this is not pretty. Yeah. I think a lot of us are already aware of it. BRT can complement light rail. Oh, there we are. Skitch got your own chat too. Yeah, BRT can complement light rail, and I'd honestly be okay with it if it was a first step. Like we build the BRT first with plans to eventually make it into light rail, or if we did the north-south BRT and then did light rail down Broadway sooner. I could live with that. But I just think more people who don't usually take transit are more willing to take a train over a bus. Okay. That's not great, but that'll work. Yeah, I don't want it to replace light rail. Alright, looks like we got trash piling up. And I think that was self-inflicted here. Because I did take out the freeway that allowed trash trucks. I actually need to reconnect this too. So this is actually a really good scenario that I like. They put a lot of thought into screwing this up, so it could be fixed. We got a railroad column there. Let's see. Might be just time to make this into a single lane road. But yeah, you got all the city services on one side, so if you disconnect single. If you disconnect the freeways, you don't get trash pickup. This is actually harder than I thought. There we go. To be playing and looking at the chat. It's not even too crazy busy in the chat right now. You guys are keeping up a good conversation. Okay, so we got the passenger rail station up and running over here. Let's fix the garbage problem. Sorry. Garbage processing status is low. Looks like this side is good. We need it over here. I'm actually gonna build an incinerator. A little bit of pollution, but it's already a polluted area anyway. I don't have money, but when I do, I'm gonna build a recycling center as well, right next to it. Let's take a look at our power. Take notes. Alright, yeah, we got way more power than we need. So I'm going to get rid of some of these power plants. You should see, these are oil power plants I'm getting rid of. We have a solar plant and we got an incinerator burning our trash, making it into clean-ish power. I've always heard it's clean. I don't know if it actually is. Got a couple more power plants in this industrial area. What's the kitty's name? Oh, that might have been a power plant too many. Yeah, now I kind of put ourselves in a dangerous area for power. Nikita. Hi, Nikita. I'm glad you're enjoying. Yep, alright. See, I messed up here. I got overzealous removing power plants. Now we're starting to lose power and water. Go ahead and put an oil plant back in. Okay. We should recover from that. She's a urbanist. I like that. Okay, do we have money for a recycling facility yet? No, we don't. Who knew? Let's see, 20,000, we'll be there. We'll be there shortly. In 1 month, less than. But look, removing freeways is good for business. We're making 11,000 simoleons a month. Much better than we were doing when we were maintaining freeways and fossil fuel plants. I got my Amtrak mug here. Alright. I want to see if we've gotten any passenger trains yet. Yes we do. It is, yep, it's my Amtrak mug. I gotta say, with the lid on this mug, it is one of the best mugs. I've fallen asleep with hot tea and woke up in the morning and it's still pretty warm. You can see the chat now. You're lurking on Patreon. I'll be honest. Oh, hey Mary. Didn't even realize you were here. Yeah, got Patreon. I haven't done much with it. Yeah, chat is delayed a little bit. Everybody know Mary here? Rebel without a car, South Carolina. So, yes, we do have passenger trains already. 225 out of 240 on this train. So, turns out people like the train. Oh, you took the Amtrak blanket. I didn't think of doing that. Okay, let's get out of this. Yes. So here is the Acela train. Hopefully we're not going to get stuck here. Yeah, it just disappeared, but it's one of the mods that I like is that you can go ahead and add real life vehicles to the game. Trying to find a good. I'm glad everybody seems to know each other here, either in real life or by reputation. Okay. So we got passenger trains, they're full. Traffic flows up to 65, 67% around there. That's actually looking really green traffic-wise. Can you add Tesla Cybertrucks? You know what? Like I said, it's been a year and a half since I've played. I don't know if that has been added to the mods. I'm sure somebody has. I haven't looked for it. That's not something I'm interested in. Alright, so we got some big traffic backups here. I think part of it is because everybody's having to go around. So I'm just going to make this more of a grid. I haven't even built my bike highways yet, which is something I always do. And then have them banned in every portion of the city. So eventually I am going to start just banning cars in sections of the city. Which this game's going pretty well, pretty fast, I think. We played 61 weeks out of the 200, population's going up, traffic flow is going up. I do have to say I did enjoy my trip to Greenville. I could definitely see living in a place like that, if not that place specifically. Downtown was impressive. Swamp Rabbit Trail was impressive. Yeah, the all-black Cybertruck. You gotta love the one too that was just shined to look like a mirror. I'm sure that's caused some accidents. Alright, we're gonna do traffic on the streets, calm down. We're gonna do a road diet. But unfortunately in this game it is a little on the destructive side because all of this previous street is now unzoned. So we gotta rezone it, we gotta wait for the businesses to leave, and then they're gonna have to come back. I did say crash. I mean, I did say accident. My bad. We've all been brainwashed. I really have to look out for that. Yeah, Cybertruck's definitely N64 unrendered graphics. Okay, so like unfortunately we did the road diet in this game, all the businesses just completely disappear. But look at that. Look how fast they're coming back. If only it had worked like that in real life on Broadway. They widened the street there and a lot of those businesses have not returned. Okay. So I'm gonna slow things down a bit. 67%. We're getting there. This oh, I think we I disconnected for a second. I hope you're all still there. I played SimCity in like 1996, and it was my favorite game ever. I was devastated when the CV got scratched and couldn't play anymore, and didn't play since. Yeah, so this this is like I think an upgraded version of SimCity because of the mods, and one of the mods here I'm going to show you too that I really like. So I downloaded this Dutch style street, and we got a speed limit here of 25. You can see, and that's another mod too, is this traffic management tool. I can go in here and change the speeds. Currently it's set to 25, but I'm gonna so I have not paid for the disaster pack, so I cannot do disasters here, unfortunately. Because that's always fun when you get tired of building. So this Dutch style street, it's got the Dutch red pavement, it's got the bike lane. It's still a car street, but it focuses on bikes. Bikes will ride in the middle of the street, and if you notice too, the speed limit dropped from 25 miles an hour to 15 automatically with that street upgrade. Sean Duffy, yes. That's gonna be a disaster. Everything's a disaster. We've already had a major plane crash. And whether or not you can attribute that to the new administration, there's probably a case for it. I did say crash, right? If you join Patreon, can I get the disaster pack? Yeah, I would buy it if you guys want to pay for it, and then we can destroy some of these cities too. But I guess the best disasters already included. Instead of building trains and bikes, I can just start mowing freeways through here. Okay. I don't think I saw the memo. Okay, another thing I want to do, and you got to do this slowly as well too, is I'm going to upzone this area. I forgot you can't just upzone it, you got to unzone it and then rezone it. So all those people end up moving. So we're going to have to do this in small sections so we don't have a population plummet. Once again, this wouldn't work that way in real life. You could just upzone it, and then when somebody wanted to build something new, so what I also like to do here is on these bridges, I'm going to make them one way with bike paths. This bridge will leave the neighborhood, And this bridge will enter the neighborhood, and you gotta make sure you have one of each, or everybody's trapped. I'm doing something wrong here. Okay, so that bridge enters the neighborhood. And this bridge leaves the neighborhood. Bike traffic can go both ways. Also, I had not planned how long I was going to be here. It's almost been an hour, which is fine. But maybe when you guys are tired of watching. So we got the Acela. How many passengers are leaving for Spring Valley? It's the longest boarding process, and it just disappears. Okay. So another thing I'm going to do to this neighborhood, I'm actually going to create it as a neighborhood. Linden Park. We're going to apply some extra policies to it. I'm going to apply Old Town. Only residents and businesses can use the area with motor vehicles. All other motor vehicle transit is blocked. So it's kind of a dead-end area anyway. Nobody's going to be driving around. And you know what? If we're going to have cars, they're going to be electric cars. Oh, and we're out of power again. Let's see, is that my fault or the power plant's not getting... No, it looks like it's my fault. It's about time to build a second solar plant anyway. Gotta find some nice industrial area. Great places for it. Okay, right next to the other plant. Well, it's 11 o'clock where Mary is. Turn into a pumpkin soon. Well, I'm glad you could stop by. I don't know if I'll be playing games all the time, but I do want to do some more live streams. Maybe even have some chats so I'm not just talking at people or talking at a text. So pretty much all of you have crossed my mind as future chat guests, so we'll talk. And hope you're not forced out of your day job. Hope if you do leave, it is your own choice, like it was for me. Although I was still unemployed and doing this for a living. Hoping people will buy me the Disasters pack, right? Okay. You feel attacked with that. How did I attack you? Hmm. Are they not requiring measles vaccines anymore? I'm gonna start... This gets biking up, and I think it will help some of our congestion. Oh, I know, but why? Why we're built this nice bike path over the river. Oh yeah, I forgot you did leave your job last year. How's that going for you? I'm enjoying my time off, but money would be nice again. Not enjoying using my savings. Alright, so built a super basic bike freeway. Connecting the rich Sims. Mostly fun employment. Um, Applying for jobs. I'm working on a city council campaign, so that's been fun. And look, we're starting to get some Sims biking. This bridge will really take off, I promise. So you can follow him for a minute. Daniel works in the Mexican restaurant in the Capital Mall area. Are they hiring? Oh, I don't live in Phoenix. I did apply for a marketing position with Arizona State Parks, so hopefully I'll hear something one way or another from them. That was either moved to Phoenix or remote. You've been asked to help run a restaurant. That's good. Is it the same Mexican restaurant as Daniel? $5 from Google Ads. Yeah. Oh, and cyclist just disappeared. But yeah, you can see people starting to use it. It's gonna. Oh yeah, it's already picking up. See. Unfortunately, the first-person camera's not working. We could get that first-person view, but you got a side lane for pedestrians. You got plenty of bikes. Look at that. You just built it and you're already coming. Thoughts on Valley Metro Light Rail expansion? I think it's great. Can't wait for more of it. Wish it was still going to Glendale. I heard that they tried making it so it couldn't go straight to the capital. Is that my understanding? But yeah, they should build more of it. South Central Avenue would have been great when I was living there. I lived in Roosevelt Row, right on the light rail, and yeah, look at that. Look at all the bikes. Let's see if that did anything for our traffic flow. Well, it kind of hurt it. But it's still, the traffic flow is just the roads. Yeah, and I was thinking too, as far as Glendale, it would have taken forever to take the train out there. That really needs to be heavy rail, commuter rail. Like each downtown, Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, Scottsdale, all of those big cities, suburb cities need to have a heavy rail commuter station and be running some serious trains and have light rail to kind of get you around once you're in those cities. Even Tempe to Phoenix, that took a while. But yeah, if you notice too, traffic flow, they only count cars, of course. They're not looking at the flow of pedestrians. But yeah, they pretty much stay in their own lanes. You do see some of the bikes going into the pedestrian lanes, but for the most part, everybody's happy. These bike freeways really get used once you build them. And then yeah, you can see the tree-lined streets here. I also did download, this will have to be for another night. If you guys enjoy this and want me to do it again, I'd be happy to do it again. But I do have a pedestrian DLC. We can make pedestrianized areas. I think we should do more of this in real life. Make like downtown Tucson, downtown Phoenix, pedestrian only, and either allow delivery trucks to come in the middle of the night when people aren't using it, or what the game has is you build basically like transfer centers. So all the trucks unload in buildings at the edge of town, and then they have smaller vehicles bring the stuff to the businesses. And I think that'd be great if we had more of that in real life. Have last mile bicycle delivery or golf carts or just smaller vehicles. And when somebody's getting an industrial refrigerator delivered, yeah, we can open the bollards for you in the middle of the night. Um, let's see here. So this is another ritzy area of town where all the rich Sims live on the hills. I'm just gonna go ahead and give them the Dutch treatment as well too. Get rid of all that on-street parking. They're rich enough to have their own garages. Or just, give up the car. And it's like coming in here, we're gonna get rid of this industrial area now that we don't have power plants. We're gonna go ahead and put in office industry. Nope, that's unzoning it. We're gonna put in offices, so replace dirty industrial with clean office jobs. We'll make them tech jobs too. Oh, that's already a district. So we're gonna do not high-tech housing. I think you come in here and say we'll go ahead and make it big business. I think I'll play till 9:30. Just a little bit longer. Oh, now I remember. Kind of. I think that was another DLC. Yep. So we're gonna do office jobs. We're gonna do IT cluster. So this is gonna be our Silicon Hill. I wish I could get it to stop raining, actually. Where? So this is another bike highway I like to build. That way they don't have to drive or walk all the way around. Oh, and we're out of water again. Is that a power issue or a water issue? Might actually be a water issue we've been growing. Oh. It's both. I disconnected the power lines. We could build some more water pumping stations. Oh, nope. Apparently pumping from the river means no more river. So we're gonna have to take groundwater. Sorry, river. I'm not sure too. I can't remember if the physics of the game also pulls water from there. Oh no! So restarting the river is also destroying all the homes. So, yeah, Jamie, I guess this is the one with the big wave and the flood. Just I accidentally caused it. So they'll all come back eventually. Oh, I hope it doesn't take out my bike bridge here. Another issue I got to deal with is we're dumping sewage here, here, and there, as well as over here. So the water's a nice shade of brown. I'm gonna have to do something about that at some point. But we also need a water treatment plant. So eco-friendly inland water treatment. It's residential. I don't know if it's already polluted. Can it get worse? Oh. There we go. I think I accidentally connected the heating pipe, but it shouldn't matter that much. Let's build one more sewage treatment. And traffic's looking pretty good, except here. Alright. Road diet. For some reason we have giant roads here. Poof, pumpkin mode. Alright. Glad to see you, Mary. Hopefully you can join us another time. Rest up. Tonight is a school night. So, we'll see you soon. Got 15 more minutes of play, and then I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. 2-lane road, median with trees. Where's my bike lane? Okay. So this is gonna hurt business temporarily. We're gonna road diet the hell out of this. Actually, this is a fixed building too, so we gotta move that. What do you guys think? Did we make some progress here tonight? Oh no. Oh wait, this is a good thing. So I got a bonus. 74%. More trains, definitely agree. We're about halfway through the game scenario. 103 weeks out of 200. We're at 74% and 30,000. We're really going to have to boost that population up here. If you notice, I haven't really built any new districts. This is all the original footprint of the city. We moved a freeway. You know what? I hope they fix that in the second version, is just being able to upzone or rezone something without first removing the zone. Because that's a pain. Because we got some good demand for our city. All that business is coming right back. Look at that. That freeway bottleneck is gone. Is it permanently gone? Yeah, the bike lane, like I said, it's until they have bike lanes, there's no point in me buying the game, and hopefully it'll be cheaper by then too. But yeah, as soon as I get bike lanes, I'm all ready to try it. I mean, it looks like it's got some cool features, but I'm happy. Not enough buyers for products. So, I mean, that's kind of a good problem. Now they're complaining about heating. They've never complained about heating. Favorite local business in Tucson? It's probably gonna have to be a restaurant. I don't really. I got some bike shops that I like. Transit Cycles, Aho Bikes, and actually I got a few bike shops I like. Fairwheel, as well as Campfire Cycling. Try to spread my business out among the four of them. Plenty of restaurants downtown, between downtown, 4th Avenue, and University Boulevard. There's some of the best pizza. You could do a streetcar pizza crawl. Empire, Magpies, Riley's. Oh no, Magpies is not there anymore. Brooklyn. Um, no anchovies. Time Market. Yeah, but yeah, as far as what if we both took buses to where? At Aho Bikes, have you been? Or did you mean the city of Aho? Because you can actually take, there is a shuttle to the city of Aho. Yeah, so there is a shuttle to the city of Aho. I think it really only makes, I'm gonna just pause it right there. Um, let's see some cinematic views. There's a shuttle that goes to the city of Aho. It's more for people to come into Tucson and get some business done and then head back. I think if you did it from Tucson, you'd have to find a place to stay that night and then take the shuttle back the next day. And if I remember the schedule correctly, it's you have like an hour or two to do what you need to do and then get back on the shuttle, or else you're staying in Tucson for the day. But let's see here. I'm liking the views here. An hour and 20 minutes. Still a lot of work to do. Still haven't even touched on a lot of the mass transit. We got trains bringing goods in. We got trains bringing people in. Um, there's one of the newest cellas going by. But I'm actually pretty happy with what we accomplished in an hour and a half. Yeah. I've actually been meaning to take the Sun Shuttle down to Saurita and visit the what is it? The Titan Missile Museum, which is one of the a few things, big tourist attractions in Tucson that I haven't done yet. Um, you can get there by the Sun Shuttle, and then I think it's a little bit of a walk through Saurita, but it's still doable. I don't know if they have bike racks. The shuttles can take bikes, so that would be an adventure that I want to do soon. They actually recently, when I was still working downtown, added a shuttle stop at the Veterans Hospital, which is really close to where I live. So it ended up being an express bus for me. There's one stop in South Tucson, one stop at the Veterans Hospital, and then one stop at um, Tohono Center, and then it's off to Sahuarita and Green Valley. And that was the only one who got off before the transit center. And I posted a video about the first day that I decided to take it into downtown. They blew right past me, probably because they weren't used to stopping at that stop. So I ended up taking the local 18 into downtown, complaining to Suntran, posted the video. Lo and behold, next time I tried it, bus stopped for me. So I must have told the driver. Um, yeah, I think let me go ahead and save this, which I had not done this entire time. Um, Actually, I'll just overwrite that. I did some practice, so there's already a stream. But yeah, happy with the way this turned out. This was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yuma area has a really cool rural, I assume it's rural bus route. Didn't know. Didn't know they have it. Last time I went through Yuma, we stopped at the McDonald's on the way back from Disneyland, and there was a gang of stray cats eating an ice cream cone in the parking lot, and that's honestly all I remember about Yuma. It'd be easier to get around the state if we had a rail system or better shuttles. Um, Unlike Flixbus to Phoenix, which can be canceled or not. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night here. Thanks for joining. Like I said, if you guys are interested, I'll do this again soon. Also love to do some live hangouts with you guys as well. Yeah, so have a good night.